Hello everyone, and welcome back to All the Mods 9. We are of course back. In the last episode, we made a wither spawner over here. Not only a wither spawner, but a wither grinder as well. So we currently have constructors from All the Mods, or I guess from All the Mods, from Refined Storage, the add-on, the Cable Tiers mod. So they're there and they spawn, obviously they place soul sand and wither skeleton skulls. I'm a little bit tongue-twisted, I do apologize. Once they're spawned, the mob fan pushes them this way. Then we have one at the top that pushes them down. They go through this monster glass that lets them fall through. And then I'm now realizing that is that yeah, I guess that is needed. No, it's probably not needed. I'm not actually sure what the purpose of this was. If this was one-way solid, that would make sense, but it's currently they can fall down it, but they can also go up it, so it doesn't really. Either way, it's fine. It is blast-proof as well, so I guess there's a little bit of added protection for the fan. Maybe that was the purpose. Yeah, that makes sense. And so they fall down into this room, which is also pitch black because it's all tinted glass. And then we kill them here. Now, we had 21 nether stars that I just put back in the system because my microphone was recording, but without like the noise special stuff. And so it sounded horrible without any of like the noise filters. So we should be good now. It looks a lot less. It's not peaking. It was peaking before, and it looked a little bit scary. So luckily I checked, or else you guys would have been listening to the worst episode you've ever seen in your life. Now the focus of this episode, one will be to automate soul sand at some point. That might not happen, but we'll see. The other one is I would like to make an infinite storage part. This guy here, obviously accompanied with the storage disk, so an advanced storage housing. I want to make it. It's going to be expensive, but I want to see what we need to do in order to get it. Reason being is, our system has an issue. Now, sometimes it'll be a lot more obvious than others, but the issue is obviously, sometimes I can take stuff out, sometimes I can't. And I've been trying to figure out if there's a specific reason for that, if there's a specific thing I've got connected. I'm not too sure. I could probably try my hardest to figure it out. But regardless, there's an issue with my external storages and my storage. Now, if I search iron, sometimes you can catch the problem. It's usually with stuff that we're getting a lot of, right? A lot of new items you'll be able to notice it with. And you'll see that we'll have raw iron here, but then another new raw iron will pop up in the list and climb its way to the top, like a completely different stack. And then this original one becomes inaccessible. All right, I'm back. I am having a few microphone issues, and I hopefully not for the rest of this episode, but there may be some weird cuts and edits. Hopefully audio is flying throughout. I'll just try to cut out the bad bits, but it's messing up a little, and I don't really know why. But as you saw, there was extra iron stacks, and this happens with a few different items as well. I've noticed like it was happening with the skulls. Now, that could be two things. One thing could mean that these giant, sophisticated chests that we have attached are causing the problem, right? Sure. Obviously, there's the issue of possibly the entangled blocks themselves being the issue. There's various different potential issues. Yeah, and it could be that every single item, because you'll notice that, like, I was trying to take out upgrades, you know what I mean? And our upgrades aren't stored in, what do you call them? Like a special chest or anything. So I do believe that the entire system bricks itself for whatever reason. And so I'd like to at least try to eliminate these external storages and see if that's the problem. And so we'll try to make an infinite storage part. This should allow us to store everything within the refined storage system within a disk. And then we'll go from there, I guess. At the very least, worst case, we have infinite storage, you know what I mean? If not, anything else. And then at that point, if we're still having issues, we'll just make the transition to applied energistics, because I don't believe the issue takes place over there. But once again, we'll see. We'll try to get this to work, because I do know that there's some really fast stuff you can do with the refined storage add-ons. I'm not sure if, for example, there's the import bus. Oh, okay, yeah. There's the import bus from Applied Energistics. I was going to say, I'm not sure if there is like a follow-up for like, I guess expanded Applied Energistics. This guy uses acceleration cards and a processor. And then I guess he's better at extended. I was gonna see if there was some really fast ones. So at extended A2. So we've got what? Extended interfaces, pattern providers, some buffers and stuff. Ingredient buffer. There's actually some really cool sound and stuff here. If I hold G, we get an explanation, which is also really cool. An extended import-export bus works faster than the normal ME import-export bus. Default speed multiplier is 8. It is configurable. They also have more upgrade slots compared to the normal ones. Cool. Okay. Nice. So there's a bunch of stuff here. All right. So yeah, it won't be a horrible decision if we do switch over, but once again, we'll see how long we can stick with refined storage before it becomes unbearable. So infinite storage part. Because God, I'm already upset. We might just transition to applied energistics because I do like my entangled blocks. I love them a lot. These are all of the external storage entangled blocks we have. And if I were to just import the stuff, the problem is that we have things like, I guess it won't be the end of the world because we've got drawers, right? And it is nice to have the stuff in the drawer because if I don't have the stuff in the drawer, then there's no point. And so I guess the idea would be that I set up an importer, for example, on this drawer, and I have it importing the undead logs and the sticks into my refined storage system, into my disk. I would then have a detector on that importer and say, hey, once you get, 1,000 undead logs, stop importing them. So it'll do that, and then I guess the drawer will build up a buffer as well. So it won't be the end of the world. It's a lot of extra steps. Whereas in theory, with applied energistics, I would just add that import bus, bingo bango. But then on the flip side, there's channels in applied energistics. Now, with that being said, like there's these channels, like the cables have a specific amount on them. I'm curious as to whether there's any, what's the word I'm looking for? Alternatives. Oh God, I'm doing a horrible job of explaining this. Let me try something. With applied energistics, there's storage cells, right? And so these store a specific amount of items, right? So I'm trying to find like the actual proper ones that come from the mod. Here we go. So this one will store 1024 bytes. So it's not 1024 items. That you can actually store, I think, a lot more than that in them. But it will only store 63 types. Meaning if you put one cobble in there, that's one type used. If you put 100 cobble in there, that's still only one type used. But if you have, a bunch of different types of items, it fills up. On the flip side, there's an add-on that may not be here. I thought there was an add-on in this that actually adds like disk cells. It's called like A2 for dummies. Yeah, here we go. Storage for dummies. This stuff here. And so this makes a disk. And these disks work exactly like refined storage. So the 1K disk will store 1,000 items. That's simple. So there is like a for dummies version, but I'm wondering if there's a for dummies cable version. So this stuff's a bit more expensive. You need netherite and stuff, but obviously a little bit less brain intensive. So at things, will that show me the stuff? Okay, this guy just adds disk drives and stuff. Okay. Yeah, I was gonna see if there was like a controller that didn't care about channels, because that would be fun. Like obviously if it was a little bit more expensive. We can check the quest book. Does the quest book mention the for dummies stuff? Currently, I don't see that. Storage components. Bulk item storage. Okay. Aside from disks, where is it? Storage cell. Huh. You can also use netherites or craft what is effectively the complete opposite of a disk. Maker cells offer bulk item storage cells, which store one item almost an infinite amount. Okay. Where does it mention disks though? Does it mention them in here? I'll tell you what. We'll stick with refined storage. I was looking through the stuff and it's fine. We'll just stick with refined storage for now. What? Yeah, for now. Okay, so in terms of storage parts, we have up to the 64K, and so we will go onwards. So the 64K is here. If we right click it, we can obviously see this one here, the 256K. And so I'll just, I guess, make that recipe, and now we begin. So then this guy, if I press spacebar, this guy is used in the 1024K. That guy's used in, where is it? He's used in either one of these. This is where it can get a bit confusing because we have extra disks and extra storage. and they create the same item, but from 2 different mods. Like the same texture, but as you can see, it's actually 2 different things. They both share the exact same recipe, both using extra discs. What's the difference? The one from extra discs can make an extra disc storage part, sure, as well as storage blocks. The one from extra storage can do the exact same thing. Extra discs, okay, sure. So it doesn't matter. Currently, we've been making extra disc stuff. And then this one... What? What am I hate this already. This can make an extra disc one. Or I can make an extra storage one. Okay. Okay. Alright, well, we'll just continue through anyway. I think currently we're doing the extra discs. So we'll pretend that makes sense. Oh, but that just made an extra... I don't know what's happening. I don't think it matters. I think we're fine. But I'm a little bit scared that we're not. So this becomes that. Obviously, now we're into withering processes that we need as well. But we'll continue first. We'll get the rest of the stuff made. This storage already is probably good enough to be infinite. But, you know, you might as well go that extra mile. Okay, cool. So now we just need withering processes. These are obviously a smelting recipe, and then this will be a crafting recipe using a nether star, so a little bit expensive, especially since you only get 1 per pop. So then in here, we should be able to place all of these. Cool. Obviously the smelting recipe up there. And now we can have a look. Infinite storage part. We would need more nether stars, is essentially what these bits mean. A little bit more silicon. A lot more lime. I'm guessing that's for slime balls. Yeah, so we may just need, well, more slime balls. Definitely wants a lot more silicon. One of these recipes is using the wrong silicon, is it? That would be the processor I just made, right? That would make sense. This raw processor. I should be able to chuck this guy in here. What silicon do we have? Can we... Okay, we do have this silicon. So that shouldn't be a problem. Do I need to tell him, though, like, hey, by the way... You can use any silicon in the world. How do I do that? I can't. Okay, awesome. So that's fine. So what the hell is using the wrong silicon? None of these should use silicon. So it shouldn't be a problem. Man, what is this silicon game we're playing? Alright, this one uses refined storage silicon, so let's go ahead and change that back. Yep. This one also is using refined storage silicon. I mean, I don't have it set to exact, so it shouldn't be a problem. It's just a little bit weird that it's claiming that it's a problem. You know what I mean? But nah, she'll be fine. Alright, that'll go there. And then we'll just place these back wherever they go, which I think is there. Okay, let's try this again. How are we looking in terms of infinite storage? He's still being a little silicon baby. That's fine. He'll also need a lot more wool, a lot more gold. He doesn't need more iron, so that's good. We've got plenty of iron. So yeah, and then we'd also need... Yeah, so slime balls is where the dough and the lime's coming from. The ink sacs needed for the nether stars, so that's fine. We'll ignore that. Lot more redstone, lot more everything. Okay, let's work down the list then. Let's search part, or let's search, part. And we'll go down. So we can't do infinite, sure. The infinite is made up of 1048 mil storage parts. Let's try that. Can I craft one? We have enough nether stars. We would just need, a lot of quartz, a lot of silicon, a lot of redstone. I mean, redstone's our main problem, right? Because we don't really have an easy way to get a crazy amount of that. So maybe we'll just work down until we can afford one. So what's this? 200, whatever this guy is. Okay, so the one below him we can do. So the 65,000. Does that make sense? I think that makes sense. And what does that need? That just needs silicon and sand. Okay. And currently our silicon and sand are made in here. And they only store this much. And then whatever else I'm taking out of it. Great. Is that great? I'm so confused. Okay, so I've done some planning. And I have an idea. Once again, there may be some jumps and stuff. The microphone's been a bit weird. We've got 2 options that I can see. And I've got them here. So one option is that we turn our fortune quarry into a silk touch quarry, right? You can do that quite easily. That will mean that we'll be getting the redstone ore. Redstone ore, if we look at it, can then be sag milled. Where is it? Sag milled. And obviously you get the redstone out of it, possibly some more, I'm not sure. You also get silicon. So that might solve our redstone problem where we need more redstone, and it may also solve our silicon problem just natively, which is pretty good, right? That's the silicon, that's the redstone taken care of. Those were the two main things we needed. The alternative is a little bit different, but possibly better. I'm not sure. The second option would be a bulk washing setup. So what we could do is if I automated, I'd have to automate sand. So there'd be a lot more steps in this one, I guess. If I automated sand, which you can do from processing down cobblestone and gravel into sand, we could then automate the soul sand production, and then obviously automate nether quartz from the bulk washing of soul sand. Obviously you get a little bit of nether quartz, and then you can smelt that into silicon. That would solve the silicon side of things. As for redstone, if we really wanted to, it is possible as a byproduct from washing crushed iron ore. So that's another option. All of our iron could essentially be turned into that. Yeah, we could just crush the raw iron that we've got into one. We could do ores as well. I guess, yeah, because if we did the ores, that's option 2. So those are 2 options. They're not horrible. It's just sort of, I don't know. And then there is another option. And this is where it gets embarrassing. Because I was looking like, oh, how would we get sand? You know what? And then eventually I went to the cobblestone. But we could make sand, right? You can craft it out of fire essence and dirt essence. And then we'd have sand. Awesome. You get a decent amount of sand. We just got to grow some fire seeds and dirt seeds. But then I was like, okay, why don't we just do nether quartz seeds, right? Because then we just get nether quartz. But then I was like, oh, why don't we just do silicon seeds? So, I mean, we could just do silicon seeds. They're only tier 2. We could mass craft a bunch of silicon seeds. Then if we wanted redstone, I'm pretty sure there's redstone seeds as well. It would just be a matter of finding them. Yep, redstone seeds down here. They're tier 3, so they'd be a little bit more expensive, but we could mass do these seeds. Yeah. What do we think? One of them is problem solved with a couple botany pots. The other one is medium effort with the sag mills and the quarry. And the problem with the sag mill one is then I would also have to... it's just messy either way. Because if I do the sag mill option where we get the redstone ore, everything would then be silk touched, which means every single ore that we have here, every single raw piece that we have here would be in ore form, and then we'd have to process them individually as well. Or we just do the bulk washing, bulk crushing. The sag mill, by the way, can do all of these steps as well. You can sag mill gravel into sand. You can sag mill cobble into gravel. Okay. I think that's the plan. I'm going to automate sag mills so that we can get a bunch of them. And then we're going to start processing sand automatically using that method. Because once again, you could use like this, but he's a little bit too slow for my liking. I'd rather just... I guess he wouldn't... It's fine. I'm going to stick with my guns here. Sag mill, automate sand. From there, automate the haunting, the nether quartz. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Alright, so sag mill. Nice. This guy here, custom stuff. We'll put in the recipe here. Now, he's going to need stone gears of some sort. Now, he can use either this gear, or that gear. What's the cheapest? This one looks horrible. The stone compound would be stone around a wooden gear, or just stone and sticks. That's going to be the easiest. Or there's an infinity gear. So we're going to do this gear here. So that there. So cobble and sticks. That's easily done. So stone compound gear is what we want from this guy. Stone compound gear. Perfect. So what else do I need? Currently we have the dark steel and the pistons automated. Flint we may need automated, but a void chassis is probably going to be easier. We would also need grains of infinity. Of course, there's a seed for it. We have some. You get it from burning bedrock. What's this? Flint in your offhand, deep slate or cobbled deep slate in your main hand. Shift right click a block of obsidian to produce early grains. Flint in your offhand. Deep slate in your main hand. Shift right click obsidian. Okay. How much flint do we have? A bunch. So flint. And then cobble. And then we do need a piece of obsidian. So we'll go... you know what? I think we've got a portal somewhere. Flint in the offhand. Come over here. And shift right click. Other way around? Or does it have to be... Was it deep slate that they said? Oh, there we go. Okay, cool. So you just hold right click and you get some stuff. In terms of how many sag mills we're going to make, I'm not sure. I just want to be prepared. I guess we'll be able to make a stack after we process all this, so that won't be the end of the world if we can only make a stack. So there we go. Put that stuff away. Oh, I didn't want to put that pattern away. Boom. Yeah, okay, sweet. This is it's a messy episode, but we'll see how we go. I'll try my best here. So I need you. Cool. So now, can I order sag mills? Can I get 10, for example? I can. Awesome. So let's order 10. We'll have to set up a special location for this. What feels like a nice sag milling location? We could continue up the hill there. I guess we haven't really touched that side of the ravine. I don't necessarily want to. We could go over here, sag mill. Yeah, maybe I'll carve out a little section up here. And we'll do that stuff up here. We'll see how this goes. This one might be a underground one. We might not clear up the sky space here like we did for the... what do you call the area? I can't even think. Hold on. External storage area. But honestly, I mean, we're trying to get rid of the external storage area, so we'll see how this goes. Honestly, the external storage area might turn into an importer area. That might be what happens. So that'll be fine. Alright, so this is our new location. We turn on our magnet. We've got our sag mills on their way. Cool. What's next? We're going to need cobble over here. We're going to need our network over here, so I'll at least set that part up. In terms of location, you can go here. Why not? So receiver and boom. Alright, so I've got 10 sag mills. So these should be pretty good. It's going to be cobble to gravel, so maybe I can do it... I really don't know where I'm going to put these. I reckon if we clear out this wall one further, so if I just do this, this, and this, hold on, then I should be able to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 5 sag mills there. That will be, what do you call it? Cobble to gravel. Then if I have them auto output, this will then be gravel to sand, and then we have sand. So for example, each of these I'll have to open, go into the config. On the front, I'll need to, what do I have to do? Right click this to push. Awesome. And then that works perfectly. So all of these open and right click to push. So I'll do that. Now on top of this, I will need a lot more of these. I'm going to need 10 total, so we'll craft 8 more. We need a lot more infinity stuff. Alright, I do want a bunch of those, so I will actually go ahead and make a bunch more. Because I know that we have one back at the base. We have 2 machines back at the base I need to fix up too, so I'll quickly jump down here and process up this stuff. Oh. I don't have to crouch, do I? Yeah. No, I do. No. Do I just have to stand closer? Okay, so I'd like 10 of these. Let's see. Yep, we can order them. Beautiful. In the meantime, I guess we can start on some of these. So you'll get one of those. You'll get one of those. As for power, we'll grab out an advanced guy. Give him an ender gate. Sure, why not? Have a nitro. And so I guess I'll place him in the ground. I don't think there's a reason not to. So these guys will get power. Hopefully enough. Once again, we'll see. I'll then need cobble. So what I'll probably do is a drawer that will store the cobble and then pipes to put them in. I guess that'll be the play. We've got pipes on us. I do have a pipe upgrade on us too. So you'll go here. You'll then have pipe upgrades to place into all of these. Make that extract. Cool. This guy can actually just go away. Wonderful. You go there. I can remove all these filters. Boom, 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 boom. Nearest first, whitelist, ignored. Cool. That should work. Let's grab an exporter. I can probably put these external storages away. I don't think we'll need a fancy exporter. I think just one of these with a stack upgrade should do the trick. So we'll test that out, I guess. Stack upgrade. We've got cables on us. Beautiful. And this will obviously get cobblestone that we have like a couple mil of. So that'll go there. this guy should hopefully get a bunch of cobble. That will obviously then go in the systems. Now, I could do round robin. That'll keep an equal distribution of cobble and all the stuff. As you can see, this guy's already working. We actually get silicon from the gravel as well. So, arguably, that's just good enough. Although, I don't know why we're getting silicon from it. Are we getting silicon from the cobble? It says that we're not meant to be, but... Oh, you know what it was? This guy has a sand byproduct. He makes two different things. Okay. That's a problem. I will have to move these. Okay. So, let's try this again. We're obviously going to need sag mills placed with at least one gap in between them. Okay, so he produces a bunch of stuff. I think we'll have like just chests all here. Yeah, that should be fine. So hold on. Let's grab 5 chests. This is gonna get very messy. 5 chests, all of which are now getting items. So these will get sand, gravel, and flint, I believe. That's the last piece of this puzzle. He can extract it fast enough, so it should be fine. It'll work. This guy here, he can probably get the little processor. He will now need to be set to pull. And so he'll pull in items, which will be a combination of sand and everything else. Oh, this is already just horrible, isn't it? And so then he's going to extract the stuff. Oh, he's going to pull in the flint and use the flint as an upgrader. Cool. I mean, yeah, that works. So that's the flint taken care of. The only problem will be catching up on the gravel and the sand as that stuff happens. Oh my god, I absolutely despise these guys. Okay, so would I then put these into chests and then pipe from the chests? Or do I just pipe out of these guys because they're good to go? I think I just pipe out of them because then that's all the sand and stuff that we can then have in our system. Unless... What am I going to do? Because I don't want flint and all... Once we have an infinite storage, this will be fine. But obviously at the moment we don't. Let's actually... Oh, God. How do I solve this? Because I could just do a couple drawers, but then that's some more external storages that we're going to end up having. We could just trash can the flint. That's another pretty good option. You know what we could do? I've got a better idea. So these guys won't pull. I'm going to leave that as just none. So that they won't pull anything in. Cool. What we'll do instead is I'm going to then import all of this stuff back into the system. So I think what I'll do is... Oh, God. How am I going to do this? I guess I could go underneath if I wanted to. What's going to be the smartest option here? I already hate this. I'm really overcomplicating this. Let's get 5 of these. Let's go stack upgrades and get like 20 of those preemptively made. Import, 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 import. And then hook this up. Right? I'm going to break this. I'm going to break this. That's going to be a cable. We're then going to have a drawer. So we'll get another drawer. Once again, just make a bunch. Get them cooked up. Come on. Don't have all day. This guy will go here. We'll get another exporter. And so this guy is going to then export with the stack upgrade, of course. 1 second. Stack upgrade. Beautiful. He's going to be exporting the gravel to then turn it into sand. Into here. Wonderful. Then this will obviously go into the rest of them. Set that guy to extract. Pipe upgrade. Blah, blah, blah. Let's get 10 of those preemptively made as well. Perfect. So you'll go there. You'll be round robin as well. So these will all get gravel equally distributed. And we're just going to repeat this. So then this will place everything, including the sand, into some chests over here. Obviously, I'll have to configure these guys to push out the front. Alternatively, instead of this pushing thing, I could just have pipes in the front that go here. And then that's going to make a lot more sense. I apologize for what we've witnessed. Let me just rip this up. Okay, so we're going to put pipes all the way along here. These ones are going to obviously disconnect. Boom, 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 boom. And they will go into a chest here. So So now we'll set them all to extract. Might need to put upgrades in, might not. It might just be fast enough as they are. We'll see. So that stuff will go there. Then this will obviously be an importer instead. So we'll rip this guy up, place the importer. Give him a stack upgrade. Let's just grab all of them. All of them. Stack upgrade in there. Cool. So that's stuff's taken care of. Wonderful. I'm going to do the same thing over on this part. So these guys are going to obviously all extract. Some of these we don't want to connect. And they're going to do so into a chest that will have an importer with a stack upgrade. And so then all of these will be extracts. And that's pretty good. So far this is nice. Let's grab a feral flare lantern to have this area be a little bit brighter for you guys watching along at home. Oh god, oh, none of the... What is happening? What is... I'm pressing all the wrong buttons, I apologize. That should light up this inside, hopefully. What's next? What are we thinking? So this will now take care of sand. We'll obviously be getting flint as well that we don't necessarily want, but it's fine that we're getting it. I mean, that's fine, right? This whole system works. All I need to do is put the capacitors in, which should be crafted. So grab out all of these. Can I just right-click them in? Oh, you can. Beautiful. So I don't even have to open them. You can obviously see they light up when they're working. And so that should be all of them lit up. Cool. There was another thing I wanted to potentially do. We'll see if I bother with it. I think I will, but we'll see. So you need a capacitor. You've got one. Cool. Oh yeah, by the way, I just want to apologize for last episode. I am aware of an issue that we did, which was we already had a soul binder. That guy gets one. We already had a soul binder. I made a complete new one. We've got him over here. Somewhere, allegedly. What? Right? You guys told me I have one, and I believe you. Am I just blind? I must just be blind. What's going on here? I swear you said at this location. Am I crazy? I honestly might have to check the comments to find out where this soul binder is. How am I this blinded? Oh god, oh this is... I thought I was going to clear it up and make it less painful for you guys, and yet here I am. I don't even know where the thing is. Oh, the XP thing near the spawner. Yeah, here he is. Yeah, so we already have one. That's fine. He'll, you know, we'll live without it. It's okay. Put that stuff away. Okay, perfect. All right, so we now have this stuff somewhat automated. The other option is that obviously, as you can see, there was flint going into this guy as a little add-on. We can also pull something else. We could pull in some of the grinding balls. Now, we have the end steel grind balls automated, or at least we can craft more. So it would actually be pretty good to have those go into these guys as well. Now, to do that, all I need is another barrel, or what we could do is I could search drawer, and we could get these ones. These are double drawers. This is an interesting recipe. Are we aware of this recipe existing? Why would I ever make this drawer when this drawer exists? Okay, sure. So what I'm gonna have to do here will kind of be fine. I'm going to add onto this. Oh god, I need a lot of stuff. Hold on. Let's go crafting upgrade. I'll need one. I will need another one. Hopefully that guy doesn't take too long to craft. I could also just preemptively order some. What am I gonna need? Coal dust. And we don't have that automatable for some reason. Great. Nice. Well, I'm sure that's a recipe that's disappeared. That's fine. We'll fix that. That's okay. Crafting upgrade, and you'll get end steel grinding bowl. And so will you. You'll get a crafting upgrade, end steel grinding bowl. I'm going to pick up both of these guys. That's a bit of a mess that we've made, but you're going to go there. Pick up this guy. Same thing, you're going to go there. So now, this guy does have some of the grinding balls. I'm going to punch those and place that there as well. Or at least I was going to attempt to. Can I not? I guess I can't see the face. Oh, there we go. Sure, that's fine. Let's grab a tool the configuration tool to lock them. I'm going to right click them to add that padlock at the top. See that one there? So they're now locked. If I remove all the stuff in them, it'll still maintain what should be in them. Then I should just be able to add these to extract, and they should empty of most of the steel balls. You'll get that round robin. You'll get that round robin. And as we can see, there's some grinding balls. Now, because we want them to round robin, I will go ahead and try to fix that. So I'll place 5 in there and then 5 in there. And that should then equally distribute 1 in each. Cool. And so we should get bonus stuff. Wonderful. Okay, so I now need to go sort out the whatever the issue is there with the coal dust. Possibly in this recipe here. Endstone, dark steel, and obsidian. Dark steel uses the coal dust. Coal dust, I guess, no existo. So coal dust. Coal dust, it is the GregTech one that we've still got. Hold on, let's double check. So End steel is made out of coal dust from GregTech. This coal dust we are getting somehow. And I guess that's the problem. I don't know where we're pulling it from. So that's fine. You can go back in there. Oh. Is this auto... No, we don't have that auto crafted. Yeah, so I'm guessing whatever recipe we had for the coal dust doesn't exist anymore. So now I need a new recipe. Yeah. And what am I going to do to get this? A mortar and some coal? That's an option. Otherwise, I need to set up one of these. We do have a forge hammer. And we obviously have mace raiders. That's not a bad idea. I could... Yeah, block of coal and a mace raider. We could do that. That's a recipe I'm sure we could do. Block of coal, mace raider. So then... Oh, hold on. If we jump to the processing place... All of these are hooked up. Steam alloy, steam forge, steam alloy, steam compressor, steam mace raider, and steam extractor. So this one is the mace raider. He's currently doing oak planks. I can now do coal dust, which means if I search end steel grinding ball and order a stack, it says it's possible. I can order that. We can watch this and see as it processes. It doesn't take too long, 5 seconds each, and we get 9 coal dust a pop. That's pretty good. I will happily take that. We could benefit from a stack upgrade, although by the time this guy's done, he's already pulled out the previous recipe, so not the end of the world either way. Cool. So if we fly our way over here, oh god, I'm really struggling to get over here. Why are we struggling so much? Yeah, all this stuff should be working. So as you can see, there's no leftover stuff. There was almost a bit there, but I mean, there's not like an overly crazy amount of stuff left over. Like, we are getting it all. This guy, in terms of outputting, he does have more flint than I'd like him to have. Although, even that, somehow he caught up. So I don't really know how that works. This guy's caught up. These guys are out of their grinding bowl, so that's fine. They're working too. Looks like they've got enough power. It's not full, but it is enough. They don't have bonus stuff. Like left or not enough power, or we're not losing power. Okay, and so that is then sand, automated. This stuff's coming in not crazy fast, but it's happening. And also, well, not silicon yet. I think we need another sag mill for the silicon, right? Is that correct? I think so. So we go sag mill. Well, that becomes our option, right? We can get silicon from the sag mill by doing sand, and it's a 50% chance. Or, so, oh god, what is it? Either a 50% chance, or we could turn each sand into soul sand 1-to-1 and get nether quartz from it. 4 nether quartz at a 12% chance. That seems worse, right? More steps and worse. So I think our play is just to do more sag mills for the silicon. So let's do it. I would like 5 more sag mills. Now, as it currently stands with this design, is this easily expandable? If I'm like, I actually need a lot more, gravel being produced from this, what would I have to do? I could just keep going in a straight line. That's probably the easiest. We have a lot of mountain here to work with. I could have that be a long line of stuff. If I wanted to expand vertically, which is usually the better option, I could do that too. If I just place sag mills up here, they're automatically connected to those pipes, so they'll fill up with cobble. And then I just need to add extract pipes. So that works too. That is an option as well. Yeah, cool. I like that. Obviously, we'd have to wait for sag mills, which currently... I think most of the ingredients to make that, I would imagine, is crafted in this guy. And his problem is, he's not that fast. We probably do want more capacitors, so it is worth exploring, looking for better capacitors. Because as we know, there are some other capacitors you can get from Ender.io, but you need to find them in loot. What can we do? I'm just trying to think. We could go into the end. I actually have the perfect idea. I don't know if there's point in doing it in this episode, but we'll try. If we get a structures compass, structure compass, this will need some netherite. So let's go netherite. Do we not have netherite auto crafted? Wow. Interesting. Let's add a recipe for that. Because we've got ancient debris automated, right? So all I need to do is add this recipe. I think that's how we're doing it. Cool. There's probably better ratios to do it, but it's fine. We're going to pretend it's fine anyway. Structure, if I can spell structures compass. Yep, there we go. So we'll order all of those. I'll need a new nature compass, which needs a new compass. So it's compass plus logs and saplings, plus some netherites, which should be on its way. Once again, I'm not sure why currently we don't have any. I believe we're currently doing it with the guy over here. So with this guy. Or at least I thought we were. No, I don't actually know where we're getting our netherite scrap from. But I'm assuming that's our problem that we're waiting on. Wow. Whatever we're doing is slow. I'll say that. Yeah, netherite scrap. Is it going in here? Squeezer? Oh, it's the squeezer. This guy's doing it. Okay. Ancient debris squeezer, 75% chance for bonus. Cool. And so that's just like the best option at the moment, is it? I'm guessing so. Yeah, squeezer. Some combustion stuff. Okay. How much ancient debris do we have? Do I need to be doing this? We've got 2,000. We probably don't need to be doing this. Or at the very least, I should have like 1,000 of it kept. You know what I mean? So maybe I'll add that to the list. We'll add netherite here so that it tries to keep 1,000 of that netherite built. That should be pretty good. In the meantime, bada bing, bada boom. Structure compass. So, what am I going to use this guy for? Well, if we go ahead and jump into the end portal. Yeah, might as well go end portal. Here we go. If we jump in. Oh, it's got a... I'm a little bit scared. It's got a cool structure. Okay. Here we go. This is the end. Are we good? Alright, we're good, but there is a creepy bell ringing. I'm not sure about that. But I can right-click the structure compass. No structure has been shift right-click. Boom. Shift right-click. I can search end... Oh, I can search city. And so we've got Minecraft Ancient City, Minecraft End City. I can click select. And then we can right click. And it will look and it will say, hey. What was it reckon? 16,000 or 1,600 blocks this way. We'll have what we want. So I can up my compass. It's going to be a little bit of server lag. So I'll do most of this off camera as we're going exploring. But I'll meet you guys there. And then hopefully there'll be loot chests. Hopefully some capacitors in there. That's the plan. Oh, here we go. It says 100 blocks away, there's potentially another one. So we'll loot this one and then arguably there's another one. It is pointing at this one, so maybe it's 100 blocks if I go down. Oh yeah, okay, so it's got Y levels incorporated. Cool. Now there's a few things that we should get from this. Once again, I do apologize for the rubber banding a little bit. We can get a dragon head, so that's obviously option number 1. Jump up here. Grab this guy. Cool. In this should also be an elytra, I believe. Sure, that's how this stuff works. Oh, what's in you? Potions of healing. I might take those just so that we don't have to craft them in the future if there's something that needs them. Sometimes there is. Sometimes there's not, I guess. Can you guys see stuff as well? Boom. No, you can. There's a shulker. We'll grab our looting sword. I should probably transfer the enchantments at some point. Kill him. Okay, here's our loot. So, if we sort this, it might look a little bit nicer. Blast protection stuff, we can strip the enchants off this. So, that's what we'll do. I'll chuck those in there. Cool. Dragon scales, of course. There's a diamond backpack. We don't need it. I'm going to leave it here. I don't want to have too much stuff that I don't need. A lot of this stuff I probably will just leave because I just can't be bothered. I mean, I guess I can chuck it all in my system. Like, there's not necessarily a bad, like, a downside to it. It's just, yeah, okay. I'll do that. I'm being lazy without reason. Okay, so give me a second. Let's move this around. Packing tape. I don't need that on me. I don't need that on me. I don't even need that on me. Okay. Also, I should have this guy on the hotbar so he can start charging up again. That should be fine. Cool. So I will just take all this stuff and then just dump it into my storage. Yeah, cool. Okay. So obviously we're watching for a capacitor from Ender.io. I feel like I'll be able to see them. I just think I will, but obviously there's a chance that we don't. Some mending and stuff. Nothing too crazy. Still more. And then obviously the lighter on the wall. That is a pretty good thing to get. There we go. Thank you. And our job here is pretty much done. Well, I guess not, but, you know, our job with that little spaceship is. So we'll look through here. There's probably some loot chests in some of these structures. And, yeah. Hopefully I'll find something. Alright, so that's that city taken care of. Nothing in there. I should be able to right-click this again and find a new one. Now, it's aiming me at the same one. Is there a possibility... Let's see when this little regen's done. Let's see. Am I able to ask for a new one? I know with one of them you could, but I guess this one you can't. Structure selected. Let's point towards the structure. Okay. I guess, yeah, we're stuck finding this one. Okay. So I guess if I flew really far away, I could probably then search for another one. Now, I mean, I'm looking for just, like, luck at the moment, right? If we go at Ender.io and then search capacitor, it only shows the good ones here. It doesn't show, like, anything different. Like, it doesn't show the loot ones you get. It could be worth Googling, like, where they come from. Like where I actually find them and then just look for them that way, but we'll see. Like, for example, oh, there is this down here, which is a Endermite spawner. Cool. Oh, we've got... Oh, I think we just had a boss spawn. Oh yeah, I see him on the map. Is that... Oh, it's this guy here. Let's have a look. So what is he? He's a... Epic? Oh, okay. Hold on. I might actually want that old Modium sword real quick. Let's bring him with. We'll just... Alright, we've got an end city over here. We've also got an end spire. I'm not sure what that guy will do differently, but he's there, at least. Let's bring this out here. Just wait 1 second, please, good sir. And I'll quickly run under here. Alright. There he is. What do we get? Unbreaking, mending, and like feather falling and stuff. I'm sure it's great. It was a waste of time. It was a very big waste of time. Alright, I will get back to looting. Alright, they reckon they can be found in dungeon chests. So I guess that's what we've got to look for. So let's go ahead and grab our warpstone. Head back into the overworld and then search for a dungeon structure. I guess. I mean, that's going to be the play. Why not? So we'll go back home. Give this a shot. This episode did take much of a turn. Oh god. I think I just crashed. Bingo! Okay. I stopped recording after the game crashed, but I'm back and I was like, you know what? I'll start recording before I open the loot chest. Obviously, it's yellow when it hasn't been opened before. And I was like, alright, let's look for some loot. Now, this is a buried treasure, obviously. And it's a vanilla thing. And we've obviously got a loot capacitor, which is awesome. We've also got a Heart of the Sea. I guess we'll grab that. Why not? We've got something here called asses. I don't know what that is, but we're going to leave that there. But this guy here that we got base modifier, energy capacity modifier, energy use modifier. So we've got a few modifiers there. Now, an octadic capacitor has a base modifier of 3. So this modifier is lower, but it also has a different use capacitor. Now, I've got a wiki up here, and it has like, or at least it looked like it was going to explain to me how this works. But that hasn't really happened. They've also said that you can combine these. So we might have to go through a few of these different loots and see what there is. Now, this is a buried treasure that had one, which is awesome. I've just been searching like specifically Minecraft things. We could try something else. We could try like a, I don't know, a pyramid or something. Honestly, though, actually, now that I think about it, a bastion in the nether. That's probably going to be our best case. Part of me is concerned that Ender.io won't have loot in there, just because obviously the bastions didn't exist before back in the day with Ender.io, or at least I don't think they did. But we'll check, because at the very least we should get templates, like smithing templates and stuff. So we'll try that out. So let's try this again. Let's search bastion remnant select. So it has searched. I right click, and it has found one 700 blocks this way. So that's where I'll go. Now, the beautiful thing of loot is that if someone has found this before, it's not the end of the world, because the loot containers, as long as they haven't picked them up for some reason, should still be there. Oh, here we go. So this is the structure we're looking for, I believe. Yep, here we are. And so within this, there should be loot, to put it plainly. So we will obviously see. I'm trying not to get defeated by all the mobs in here, or swim in lava too badly. The other problem is I don't really know, like obviously we're looking for chests. I don't know where they are. I don't know where to find them. All right, while I'm in here, I'm going to take off this backpack that gives us the night vision, and I'm going to put on this backpack, which if I activate it should make us fireproof, because the fire burning on my face was very, very annoying. Oh, and we've got loot. Already just looking at this, I'm like, we're not going to find any good loot in here. The fact that that was the first loot chest we've opened is very disheartening in terms of what should be to follow. Now, we'll rip some holes in this thing, see if we can uncover something that looks like better loot. Otherwise, I'll just jump back in the overworld and we'll keep digging up buried treasure. Because I opened one and then instantly I'm like, we'll look somewhere else. But maybe I should just stick with what we know. You know, I'll be honest, I don't even know what we're doing. Why am I looking for capacitors? Did I just think I would find enough capacitors that I could put them in all my machines? Like sure, yeah. Oh no, you know what? Actually, no, it was fair enough. I think I was just gonna get one really good one for our alloy smelter down here, and that makes sense. Yeah, I guess that is a fair reason to do it. So this is the current speed that you're looking at here. Not too bad, not too crazy. If we switch this out, what's the difference? The difference is, it is a lot slower. Right? Yeah. Ridiculously slower. Okay. And so if I put that one in, suddenly it's a lot faster. Okay. Sure. Alright, well we clearly need a much better loot capacitor than this one. But that's fine. It's okay. Is there a quest section for Ender.io that could possibly give us some loot, dudes? Not yet. Unless it's, you know, within one of these part quest lines. I'm sure there's probably more than part 1, I'd imagine. Maybe. Part 1 quest line. I don't really know when it would unlock. Kill the warden. We've killed the warden. I guess we gotta do it again. And the end, gotta do that stuff. Okay. What's happening? So we're currently just waiting on this guy. Now, I do have a time in a bottle, so we could speed this guy up. I accidentally put him away, so we'll grab him out. Let's also grab out an upgraded ender gate, if it'll let me. Beautiful. Chuck him there. So he should be good on power. He should be good on power. He doesn't seem to care, which is a little bit odd. But he should be... Yeah, why does he not care about the fact that I'm giving him 1 million RF per tick? Alright, regardless, if I shift right click, it should be speeding this guy up. As you can see, he's a lot faster now. He should use more power, but I guess he'll also draw more power too. Cool. Sweet. Okay. So what's that? That's for the end steel grinding balls. They've already been taken out. So that should be happening over here. I mean, this is horrible. This episode's begging to end. I do apologize in advance. Alright, so this guy's full of end steel grinding balls. This guy is not, which is a little bit... I guess it's not too unfortunate. What's he got? Oh, okay, so these all have a bunch of stuff. Okay. Alright, this is fine. Everything's fine. Do these guys have a bunch of stuff? No. Okay, cool. So I can shift right click into each of these. And that will obviously allow them to take the stuff out faster. Cool. What now? Great question. I guess we set up the sag mills for the other stuff. So sag mill, we've got 5. Sure. So these guys are going to go along here. Obviously I need to disconnect these because they're just going to fill up with stuff that I don't necessarily want. We do want sand, so the fact that there's sand there isn't the end of the world. Cool. Cool. And cool. I'm also now realizing I could, instead of having end steel grinding balls going into all of these, I could just have these share. You know what I mean? Instead, yeah. Yeah, okay. How much do they store? They store 1,000 of each. So this guy's almost full, and then you'll start... I think it's fine, actually. I think it's okay. They can both have grinding balls. Why not? So this guy here, then, we're going to get a drawer. This guy will be a drawer that has an exporter for, whatchamacallums? Sand. So we're going to grab exporter. I just grabbed 2 exporters, that's fine. What am I looking for? First of all, sorry, I'm looking for a 2x1 drawer. Or a 1x2. And then I need stack upgrades. That's what I was looking for. Beautiful. And we will get a crafting upgrade because you guessed it, this guy's going to be getting the steel balls as well. So 1x2, exporter, stack upgrade, crafting upgrade. You'll be getting sand. Boom. And you'll be getting grinding ball. Boom. And so what I'll have to do is I'll have to grab out some of these. Probably just one for now. Chuck that guy in there. So that at least he's got some. We'll grab our tool. Configuration tool. And lock that guy. Beautiful. Okay. I probably actually will want those pipe upgrades back. God, what a mess this is so far. Chest. Importer. And we will want a stack upgrade there as well. Okay. Everyone good? Everyone okay? Nice, because we need more chests. Chests. No, I only need 1. I take that back. Chest goes there. This stuff goes here. This stuff goes here. These all extract. This guy extracts. These all get pipe upgrades. Perfect. This guy gets pipe upgrade 2, but this guy we specifically say round robin, and we're good. Okay, everything's good. We will need more of the octadic capacitors. I'm going to need 5 more, so we get those cooked up. Once again, it'll probably take a while, but that's okay. And then we're good. Oh, actually, sorry, hold on, almost. Importer, boom, stack upgrade. All right, then we're good. And so this should automate the production of silicon. Now, this will be fully automated in terms of all of our sand will be going here. So we want to realistically be making more sand than we're using. And it looks like we're getting this. Sometimes when this processes, we're getting 4 sand per 1 gravel. That is ridiculous. That's because this guy, I guess, gives you bonus stuff. Cool. I mean, right, like, that's pretty cool. Sand, yeah, and then there's a bonus. Yeah, awesome. So, in terms of stuff, like in terms of sand, we've got 21k already. That is very, very good. This guy can keep up. Awesome. In terms of gravel, we've got about 13k. And then in terms of silicon, currently we have 1.2. That should increase rapidly once we start getting these capacitors in. Now, I do believe that we're going to want to speed up this guy. God, this episode's been messy. I do apologize. Mainly, I don't know if the actual episode will be messy, but on the recording side of things, it's been very, very messy. So I'm imagining it's horrible for you guys as well, but it might not be. I'm not too sure. Let's speed this guy up. Currently, what do we have? 1, 2. Did that work? It's hard to tell. Normally, it's obvious when it's working. I guess that looks pretty good. Shift right click again. Does that look even faster? It does look faster. And I think we only used up like 2 minutes worth, so that's pretty good. This guy here could honestly benefit from, you guessed it, a stack upgrade. Boom. Perfect. Come on. Come on. Alright. He needs speed upgrades too. That's fine. Speed upgrades. Come on, man. You can do more than those. God, what a... Everything just feels so... There's so much I have to do, both in terms of, like, making our base run better, and in terms of making my, like, recording experience better, and even in terms of making the server run better. I've got some ideas. Boom. Alright. That should be good now. So now, when I search for my capacitors, we've got 5. Perfect. Alright, so... Oh, pressing all the wrong buttons. U, and U. They should all receive power from our advanced guy. They've got enough power. Awesome. And as you can see, they're producing, most of the time, 2 silicon a pop, which is pretty good. Sometimes a little less, sometimes a little more. Awesome. So, in terms of silicon, that number, that 1.2, should be going up quite rapidly. And we should hopefully be able to start upgrading towards, not quite there yet, but towards this guy. So silicon, what's that? We just need 1 million? Give it a little while. We'll have 1 mil silicon in no time. That's not a problem, mate. Oh god, that's horrific. What were we looking at? We were looking at this guy. And that was too much. Okay, what were we looking at? This guy? Yeah. So this guy, we just need 100,000, which is a lot, but we can do it. Some more sand and some more nether quartz as well. And a little bit more wool. All of this it's pretty much doable. The silicon, I'd consider that done. We've already gotten 200 since I last talked, so that's fine. I'm sure that'll be done in a jiffy, right? In terms of this guy getting us wool, we've got a bunch of wool, but currently we're just storing it because once again we don't have great disk storage. You know what? Oh, we've got so much work to do. Okay, I've got a manipulator in the ground. Cool. We have a 64K. Let's go storage part, right? A 64K can upgrade it into a 256K, right? Let's order one. Okay. I'm gonna just go up bit by bit and we'll replace our disks until we get to what we want. Does that make sense? Hopefully. Because obviously we're going to benefit from massive storage regardless of whether it's the most massive one, if that makes sense. Alright, so we need to turn this into an actual disk, which apparently just needs a little bit of extra goodies. Can I craft one of these? I can. Perhaps we just craft one. Let's do it. Why not? Why not? What's the worst that can happen? So this is currently a 124K that we're crafting. This guy can be upgraded into a 4096K. I think I'm saying the wrong numbers. I'm sorry. Listen, this is... The fact that these aren't all in the right order is making this very confusing. And the fact that they look very similar is also not helping. So we have a 1024K. And so a 4096K. Can I afford that as well? No. But we only need a little bit more silicon. Like, we only need about, like, what? 2,000? Maybe 2,300, it looks like? 2,100, it looks like. So that should be doable. Let me just keep looking. So if I check that again, yeah, a lot less. Okay. Okay. So we'll watch this. Oh, yeah, we used a lot, didn't we? That's fine. Hold on. Yeah, okay. We're getting there. We're getting there. Storage parts. We've got this. We've got that. Alright, I've sat here waiting, and we are currently catching up on the silicon. It's going to just use the last 2 refined storage, and it is counting applied energistic silicon and enderized silicon all within the one recipe. So we're almost there. I've just been watching this one little bit slowly go. Yeah, cool. So once we get that, it is going to be ridiculous how much we store. Currently, we can store, what? Why am I struggling to math this? 128,000 items, right? We can store 128,000 items. We will then be able to store 4 million items? Yeah. No. Yeah. 4,000 is million, right? Yeah. So we'll be able to store 4 million items, which is a big jump up. But you need to remember as well that we're currently also storing millions of items within our just storage guy over here. The guy getting all, obviously, the quarry stuff. And he's probably the main problem. Honestly, having that much stuff coming in probably is a problem. I don't know what the solution is. I'm trying to think. Obviously, the solution is just to get more stuff. Being able to store more stuff in our system means I'll be able to set up more automated things without having to add extra entangled stuff. We can probably also remove literally every entangled chest except for our quarry chest. And arguably, we'll double check over here. I might also be able to remove this guy. Because although he's getting a lot of stuff, he's not even close to the millions yet. You know what I mean? Like, we have 200,000 bones. Oh, actually, you know what? That's the max, I think. I think the max we can store currently is 200,000. That's why it's maxed out there. Do you think that's the issue? That because we're maxing this guy out is messing up a bit? Because we could add some more stack upgrades, get this guy to be able to store millions. Because currently, obviously, we're voiding. We've got, like, the stack overflow. That could be... it could be the problem. Interesting. Because maybe it's... no, I'm not sure. I'm not sure. We'll pretend that everything's fine. Alright. Anyway, let's get this thing built. 4096. Okay. Start craft. So it's on its way. How long will it take to craft? Great question. I'm not sure, but probably a little while. It's got a lot to craft. It's already ordered another 64k. I'm going to have to probably remove that from the requester. Let's preemptively get rid of that. Maybe cancel the recipe as well so we can actually use whatever it's using. This guy as well. He's slowly chipping away. Yep. He's working on it. Why is this, like, frozen? Is that just server lag or... Yeah, it must be. You know what? I haven't done a profile in a while. Let's see what's causing lag. Let's hope that our sag mills aren't somehow causing a ridiculous amount of lag. Alright, they're not the most server-friendly things, but they're not too bad. 100 isn't too bad. The main problem is still, I think, these guys. They're in the 400s. Sometimes when they're running properly, they're in the thousands as well. I don't actually know why they don't run sometimes. I'm not too sure. Alright, but regardless, hey, guess what? It's done. So we can now combine this with a housing. And we can get a 4096k storage disk that we can then chuck in here. What we can then do, see, we can store about 4 mil. We can then also empty everything else into the system by chucking these two guys here. And so they should hopefully empty. Now, this is an elite disk manipulator, which means it should be moving the stuff as fast as possible. It is pretty fast, but honestly not as, like, insanely fast as I'd want it to be. I am curious if we could somehow do, like, multiple stack upgrades. If that's a thing. Like, if I could replace these upgrades with more stack upgrades. In terms of speed upgrades, I was just going to see if there was, like, a better speed upgrade. You know what I mean? Just the stack upgrade, it looks like. Cool. Alright, I replaced them all with stack upgrades, and currently we are seeing... Yeah, no, it feels slower. What if I do a third or a fourth speed upgrade, huh? Didn't see that one coming, did ya? I think it's just better to have one stack upgrade and speed upgrades. I did a little bit of experimenting. Yeah, it wasn't better having all speed. It wasn't better having all stacks. Everything's fine. Remain calm. In terms of our quests, what have we done? We've sort of jumped the gun here. We don't have the 16k. We've got a 409k, or at least we had. We've already moved that, so I guess the quests are a bit broken. Alright, while this is happening, let's go into importers. We'll grab at least one ultra importer. Let's see if we can start removing the external storages. Just as our final hurrah for this episode. So, out of this, what do we have? We've got the obsidian drawer. This guy is currently getting us obsidian. Awesome. I'm going to have to go back here. Okay. You know what, actually? Let's get a floorboard. Let's grab a wall board. That is what it's called. Yep, wall board. Beautiful. Grab one of, grab one of those. And let's grab a framed door. And then let's grab some deep slate bricks. Deep slate bricks. Beautiful. I'm going to attempt to make like a little hidden room over here. So we're going to break this and this. That will then become a door. Like so. We'll obviously have the wall there and the floorboard here. And that will be like that. And so then that's pretty hidden. I'd say that's pretty good. So then we can come back here. I know, it's great. Try and tidy out a room over here. And so what do we have? What's the deal? Okay, so these are bricks. Oh, we've got the things on the floor. Completely forgot about that. Okay. So we're going to slowly be ripping these up. Great. Alright, so we're going to want, obviously, importers. We're also going to want some detectors. So I'm going to preemptively order 20 of them. Now, once again, in terms of, like, importer and exporter and ultra importers, it is probably more beneficial for our server if we just use normal importers, I think. With that in mind, we're still going to be using stack upgrades, so I'm not too sure how the difference will be. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not sure if it will actually be that beneficial, but we'll give it a shot anyway. Detectors, we've got our 20 detectors. Beautiful. So, obsidian, for example. I'm going to break this. I'm going to add an importer where you're going to set it to only work without a redstone signal. If I slap this guy, that then connects. Awesome. But I don't know if that will work. Hold on. So currently it's importing obsidian. If we search obsidian, you can see this number going up by one at a time. See that? 645, 64, 67, 648. So it's happening. Slowly, but it's happening. Let's see. So currently we have 31,000. If I set this guy to be 31,000. There we go. And I drag in obsidian. That should then emit one above. So that should be outputting redstone signal, which means this guy shouldn't be working, which means this number shouldn't be going up. Okay, the number's still going up. Because I'm not sure if that applies redstone to that. You know what I mean? Having it on the ground. I feel like it wouldn't. I can double check, because I don't know if we're getting obsidian from anywhere else. So we can double check our obsidian maker. Is this number specifically going down? It's actually hard to tell. 19k. 1.93. How do I know? I don't know the exact amount of stuff we have in here. I would assume it still is. 1.93. Because alternatively, I just placed the detector to the side of it, and like that's still pretty good. Oh god. This episode feels like it's going to be the death of me. Still 1.93k. If I add in a stack upgrade, it will obviously move stuff faster. And we might be able to notice if it's not working. 1.94k, it's gained stuff. Is this number going up by a stack? It's not. Okay. Hold on. So it's still going up by 1. So if I up this to be 32,000, does that then very quickly go up to 32? Yeah, it does. Look, it's getting like stacks at a time. So then it gets to 132. And then it slows down again. Awesome. That's actually so good. That means we can keep this design here of having the detectors on the floor with the stuff above it. Awesome. Genuinely so good. All right. Wonderful. So, I guess it's a matter of how much obsidian we want. Now, I guess we've already got that in the system, so we'll just maintain it at that level. So, it's no longer attached to an external storage. Our system should be slightly saved. Next up, what do we have? Undead logs. Awesome. So I'm going to go in here and search undead. Undead log. I'm going to drag here. How much undead logs do we want? Realistically, 100's probably fine. I don't think we're using more than 100. So we'll just say 100. If we need more in the future, we can change that. We want to make sure we're doing emit signal when above the limit. And then this guy will be exchanged for an importer. I'm so annoyed. I'm going to... At some point, I'm not sure when. Maybe even today. I'm not sure. I'll try to... No, it won't be today. There's a lot of effort involved. I was going to move the server to Australia. But I don't know. I don't even know if there's a point doing that. Importer. But I'm thinking about it. Okay, I've got to figure out stuff. Importer, and then have it only work without a redstone signal. So when we have 100 of that in the system, it outputs the signal, and that should stop the stuff coming in. I can obviously, we've got stack upgrade. Cool. Yeah, that works. Awesome. What's this guy then? This guy is squid stuff. So we want ink sacs, I believe. Now, in terms of ink sacs, we have 168 in the system, because that's how much is in this chest we've got here. It's got a lot of stuff in it. How many ink sacs do we want? Honestly, I'm probably going to go for like 1,000, because that seems like a pretty good amount. So 1,000 in there, emit when above the amount, and replace it. So I'll do that with the rest of these, and then we'll hope that our system works just that little bit better. All right, the water I'll leave like this at the moment. We could change that later, though. I'll leave it at the moment to just have a billion, infinite water in there. That should be fine. But we can cross that bridge later as well, I guess. So currently, these are obviously, you can see if it's on, see if it's we've got enough stuff. Ink sacs is still filling up on. Wool it's still filling up on, which I think we can check, and then dough as well. All they're filling up. The wool should be done. I've got him set exact mode off. I thought that would bring in any wool, but I think it's specifically white wool. So we're getting as much gray as it'll make, and then I guess the little bit of white wool will fill up at the end. That's fine. I'm okay with that. So we've already knocked off pretty much all of these from being external storages. As for these top ones, I guess it'll be pretty much the same thing. So I'll just have to go through here. And what? What am I actually going to have to break? Where are these? Where are they? Oh, those are just panels on the back, are they? No? No, they're not. Okay. Gotcha. Alright, so what I should be able to do here is have hollow covers on the back. Right. Yeah, perfect. Okay. And then we should be able to still place the detectors. That should still connect, and that'll connect through there. Awesome. The only question now would be, and also, what's that guy up to? He's currently doing 43. He's actually doing a lot. What does he need for the next tier, power-wise? He needs a lot more than I'll be able to get. He needs... How many is that? So what are we at? Hold on. That's 1,000, millions, billions, trillions, quadrillions, quintillions, right? 9 quintillion? Does that make sense? So we just need 9 quintillion. Not a problem. Yeah, but I will obviously have to still pick up these external storages. So this stuff being here is actually kind of annoying. Okay, sure. Do I even want to do anything here? Storage controller. This storage controller, I think I can just import all of this stuff. I think I'm going to. This is our storage controller with all the drawers, or sorry, the sophisticated chest back at the base. I'm just going to put on an ultra importer and just take care of that stuff. So all of this stuff should just enter into the system. There's obviously some tools and stuff. We might be able to export them later, but that should be massive for just cleaning out all of those chests over there. We could probably break the chests as well. That might be good for the system. And how much is that in terms of storage? It's probably going to be barely anything. Also, are these done? Oh, they are. Perfect. So, on top of that, we can disassemble both of these and at least put 264K parts back in the system for later. How much silicon have we made in the meantime? 5,000. See, we're going to be making a bunch. How did you not use this stuff? I really wanted to get rid of that stuff. Yeah, whatever. We can come over here. And so, is this guy done yet? No, he's not done yet. Oh, he might be done. Yeah, he might. I think he's done, guys. So, all of this is now empty. Cool. Sweet. All right. I mean, that's pretty good success. So, arguably, I don't even need that anymore. We may just leave it there for, I don't know, memory, I guess. For the rest of them, what do we have? We've got all of this stuff. The stuff from Alchem. If we search at Alchem. Nope. Search Chem. Yeah, here we go. The most we've got is 44,000 of something. So I'll tell you what. We can just put that in the system, right? I think so. I think that's fine to put in the system. So I'm going to break this. I guess we can pick up the Ultra Importer as well and use that for the greater good. Alright, as you can see, it's sucking all the stuff out. And boom, done. Awesome. Well, that guy's done. I guess we'll replace him with just normal. The problem is that I'm floating. That's the massive problem we have at the moment here. Let's just go ahead and not float so I can break blocks again. All right, the material stonework factory is another one that is a little bit tricky, I guess. We could benefit from detectors on this guy. I'll be honest, I kind of think we just disconnect him anyway. Because we're getting sand and silicon through different methods. He's nothing for us at the moment. He does nothing. Next up would be our mob chests. This one is a pretty good one to do. The problem is, I think we would need a massive system involving a bunch of detectors running in unison or something like that. You know what I mean? Like, I don't want all of the stuff, but I'd love to have a bit of everything, if that makes sense. What do we have? Requesters, of course. And then that's it. Because, like, I'd love to keep, like, 1,000 of each in the system, but it's just going to pull it all in. And, I mean, that's a problem. So then we've just got what? That plus the shulker chest. The shulker chest could probably just pull everything in. And then logs. Logs as well, I could probably just pull everything in. I wouldn't feel too guilty about that. Alright, this guy's pretty much empty. So then all we've got in terms of external storages, we have one on the mob chest. We have one on nothing. There's nothing attached to that guy, so that's fine. Then we have one on the sink. And then we also have one directly on the chest over in this area. Our mining chest. So those will be the three things that currently have external storages on them, as far as I'm aware. So yeah, this guy here as well. With so we need more than 25 mil storage if we want to pull all of this stuff in. Oh, this guy's also like filled to the brim. That's another problem. Okay. So yeah, hey, another reason why it'd be pretty good to you know, what do you call it? Be able to store all this stuff. We wouldn't have to. We wouldn't have the problem of that guy being full. So, what are we thinking? I need more than 20 mil. So if we go to parts, what's that then? Obviously that guy's enough. The 256 mil is probably good enough then. So how much does that guy cost? What are we missing? We are missing quartz. The wool will be taken care of. I'm not worried about that. In fact, we've got grey wool. So I just have to add the recipe for the grey wool. So sand we'd need. That'll be easy. Silicon we need some more of. Silicon will take a little bit longer. We've got 6k, which is awesome. But we actually need 100k. So yeah, silicon, that'll come with time. Sand, that will also come with time. As for the string, I can do that. Currently, we're making string in this guy, which he's getting there. But we can add that with the wool as well. Okay. Yeah, that's fine. The silicon we do need a lot of. Let me know what you guys think. Do we expand this? Or at which point do I do it? And you guys know what I'm talking about. At which point do we just say, enough is enough, and we just start growing stuff? Part of me is waiting for thermal series so that we can get the phytogenic insulators so that I can just grow stuff that way. But I mean, we've got botany pots, so that's an option, or whatever they're called. We've got those. We've also got, do we have hydroponics? Yeah, we've got hydroponic beds. That's another option as well, I guess. We've also got create to farm stuff. What do you guys think? Because I could probably grow the silicon so quickly. Like, if it's 3 silicon essence for this, for a silicon, like, we'd get the stuff so quick. I don't know. I don't know. Let me know what you think. Because the problem is, like, literally everything can just be grown. Which means you don't need anything. Like, the series would turn into a farm. Do we want that? So, like it's not, it's just a matter of what we want. I'm not sure. I'm going to wrap this episode up. I'm going to have to come in with some stronger game plans for the following episodes. To be honest, though, we had a pretty good game plan. I think the problem was every other factor. I think I definitely need to figure out what I'm doing in terms of server performance. Arguably, I'll just move this world into single player. That might be the play. Then we won't... Yeah, that'll be fine. I won't be able to do any collab stuff in terms of visually running past people's bases. But I guess we can start up the checking out server bases series again. That will be fine. We can do that. The alternative is I try to get this running in Australia instead. Then we remove the ping issues. Currently, can I check ping? If I do /ping, is that a thing? Currently, we've got 200 millisecond ping, so that's like what, a fifth of a second. So that's pretty rough, you know, on top of any server lag. Or, yeah, but then we still have server lag. Whereas for some reason, I reckon if I do single player, I won't have that problem. We'll see. Either way, yeah, it's fine. It's fine. All that stuff, I've got to figure that stuff out. No point making this episode longer than it needs to be. Thank you guys for watching. Hopefully you've enjoyed. Thank you, of course, to our donators and channel members. I'm surprised you guys are still doing that, but I appreciate it. You don't need to. Don't feel pressured to. The videos will happen regardless. There's no obligation. Don't feel concerned. Yeah, I do like... The problem is I do like having this server. I just need a better plan, I think, with everything. And then there's also, in terms of frame rate, right? We're getting around 60 FPS, so we're doing pretty good. I could go without shaders. The frame rate goes up probably about by like a little bit. Honestly, barely any. I could get a better computer. That is an option as well. And just hope that everything runs better. Yeah. I think if we fix the... I think if I just play locally, it'll probably solve a lot of issues, won't it? Because then I've just got to make sure I've got consistent backups, which I can do. We can set that up so that I don't lose the world. Because currently it's on a server. I don't have to worry about anything. Yeah. I'll probably do that. And then, yeah. Okay. Yeah, that's fine. Alright, thank you guys for watching. Hopefully I'll see you guys in the next one. Goodbye.